This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
This morning, we'll tell you where students can go and get medical attention provided by a local health center. Plus, we have an update on a story, a stabbing that we first told you about yesterday morning. And an arrest was made near Sparks High School that caused a precautionary lockdown. We'll give you those details in a few minutes. Those stories, top new news right now. It is Thursday, January 22nd. Good morning.
Happy it's Thursday, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm John Potter, that's Andy, and there's Jeff.
Hey.
Good morning, Jeff. How are you?
Hi, John and Andy. Yes, Thursday weekend is fast approaching, and our weather's looking pretty good today. It's cold out there this morning. We're in the 20s. We'll see a 45 at noon. High today of 51 for the high. So coming up, we'll talk more about your forecast in just a few minutes. Have a great Thursday. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jeff. Well, Sparks police have arrested a man they say was wanted on multiple charges.
Well, officers obtained a warrant to search a home in the 1500 block of G Street after a report of that wanted person being there. And when officers went to the home nearby Sparks High School, placed on lockdown, and they caught this guy, Benjamin Johnny Scruggs. He was arrested. He is being charged with possession of a controlled substance and intent to sell, trafficking a controlled substance, being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm, and possession of a short-barreled shotgun. His bail set at $55,000.
And the district attorney's office says this man has been sentenced after pleading guilty to sexually abusing a young girl. 44-year-old John Cervantes has been sentenced to between 16 and 40 years in prison. Prosecutors say the abuse went on for years. The victim did not report it until last August. Cervantes pleaded guilty to 2 counts of attempted sexual assault back in October of last year.
This morning, an update on that fatal accident involving 2 motorcycles on Geiger Grade. Now, the rider who was killed was 34-year-old Trenton Perry of Reno. His motorcycle crossed over the median and hit another motorcycle ridden by Gerald Allen Bailey. Perry was hospitalized but later died. Bailey treated and released from the hospital.
And in a story we broke yesterday morning, Reno police now have a man in custody accused of stabbing his roommate several times in a northwest Reno home. Happened early in the morning yesterday. Police responded to the 5,000 block of Mount Crest Lane just before 3 after a fight broke out between the roommates inside. One person was taken to the hospital with several stab wounds and is still in critical condition. And after investigating, police arrested 37-year-old Kenneth Snyder, and he is charged with battery with a deadly weapon.
In Health Watch this morning, hundreds of local students in need now have access to a mobile health center on the Wooster High School campus. It's put on by the Community Health Alliance, and it is the first school-based health center in Washoe County.
A school-based health center is a primary care clinic that's just located on or near a school campus. And the whole concept is to bring services closer to the children and families that need primary care and preventive care services.
And it's not just going to be for students enrolled at Wooster, it's also for students in Fawn Middle School, Libby Booth, Roger Corbett, Echo Loader, and Veterans Memorial Elementary Schools. And this van, look for it, it's going to be on the north side of Wooster campus, Tuesday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., closed for lunch from noon to 1.
And Truckee Meadows Community College has started a construction project on a new health science center on the Redfield campus in South Reno. The new building will include almost 17,000 square feet of instruction space. It will allow the college's nursing program to combine all courses in one central location instead of being split between 2 campuses. Current students say having all the aspiring nurses placed together in one place will be a big help.
I think there'll be a lot more opportunities for different classes for students who are further ahead of you in the program or further behind, to be able to interact with them and to share their experiences, help inspire the future nurses, learn from the people who are about to become RNs.
The project will cost $10 million. It is expected to be finished by August.
Our little TMCC is growing up.
Huge.
Yeah. First building there, first new one in 10 years. All right, let's check meteorologist Jeff Martinez. Hello, Jeff.
Hey, Andy and John. Good morning to you on a Thursday. We're looking pretty good out there today. Cold temperatures, though. Dress warmly as you head out the door. We are in the teens, 20s, and even some single digits out there. But that inversion is back because the temperatures are fairly mild up there at Slide Mountain, up around 8,000 feet. 34 degrees right now with west wind at 12. So a little breeze up in the higher elevations today, but not too bad if you're heading up to the slopes today. Should be an okay day with temperatures in the 40s in the higher elevations. A green light on the burn code. We do have 25 degrees here here in Reno. So another chilly start to your day. And talk about cold. How about Lovelock? 8 degrees right now, 7 out toward Ely. We have 12 in Fallon and Lovelock. Minden checking in with 16 degrees, Truckee 14, Fernley and Hawthorne, you're both at 23 degrees right now. 7:14, that's your sunrise. Sunset coming up at 5:07 today. Notice how getting a little more daylight out there, so very nice. High pressure will keep us dry for the next several days. The low pressure system to our north, that's giving us some showers in Seattle and Portland today. But for us, just partly sunny skies, a few clouds out there, and dry conditions. We'll see our temperatures today similar to yesterday, right around 50, 51 degrees. We had a high yesterday of 50 degrees, and we'll do about 51 for the high today with partly sunny skies. We'll talk more about that, talk about your weekend weather. Temperatures really start to warm up in the 7-day forecast. I'll have that for you in just a few more minutes. John and Andy, back to you.
Looking around the nation now, look at this. You know, the mayor of Edgewater, New Jersey, declared a state of emergency after a huge apartment fire forced hundreds of people from their homes. Firefighters battling the blaze yesterday were hampered by winds and frigid temperatures, and the smoke was so thick it could be seen from New York City across the Hudson River. No injuries reported, but hundreds displaced, and schools there are closed today and access to roads restricted.
And a police video of officers confronting and fatally shooting a black man in southern New Jersey is stirring up more questions over another death at the hands of police. The nearly 2-minute standoff started after the driver of the black Jaguar was pulled over for running a stop sign. And in the video, that's what you're looking at now, police tell those in the car not to move as one officer removes a handgun from the car. Officers then open fire when one of the passengers steps out of the car. His hands are up at shoulder level. He did die in that shooting.
Senator Harry Reid will undergo surgery next week to repair the damage to his right eye sustained during his exercise accident last month. The senator's office says the surgery will help him recover the full vision in his eye. After the surgery, Reid is going to work from home so he can continue to heal. And Money Watch this morning, tax season. It's going on. It's
here.
Officially underway.
Yeah, whether you like it or not. Tuesday was actually the first day to file your tax return. A lot of people are actually getting an early start, and Landon Miller is live outside H&R Block to tell us more about this year's tax season.
Hey, Landon.
Hey, John. Hey, Andy. Yeah, good morning. The place behind me has seen quite a bit of people just over the last couple days to file their tax returns, and for the most part, everything has been pretty smooth sailing.
It's really not scary at all. You come in, the tax professional sits down, asks you some simple questions. Are you married? Do you have any children? How many jobs have you had? We input all the information into the computer.
So here at the Wells Avenue branch, there was a steady stream of people coming in to file their tax return. That's good news. Bad news, there might be a little bit of a delay to get your return back, though, once it is filed. Normally it takes about 2 weeks, but this year it'll be about 3 just because there are less people at the IRS working behind the scenes. Now, she says the average time to get everything done here is about 45 minutes, but for some, it didn't take that long. Like this guy, Jairo, it was about 10 minutes for him.
I like to get things done quick, so it worked out.
Yeah, good for him. It worked out. So here are some things you should bring when you file your taxes. Personal information like your social security number or your tax ID number. Employee information, that would be your W-2. Information about people who belong on your return, that would be your dependents. Education payments as well, that would be the 1098 T forms. Everybody, though, has their own special case, so make sure you check and make sure you have all the right stuff before you go in and file your taxes. You can also do it online, too, so there are many different options, John and Andy. No excuses to wait until April 15th, guys.
But you do have until April 15th if you want to procrastinate, right?
You do, Andy, you do, but don't tell anybody that.
Well,
we want everyone to get it done soon.
We reported that there are going to be fewer audits this year because of tighter or smaller staff at the IRS. They don't have enough people. So if you're going to claim your pets as dependents, this might be the year to do it.
I don't know. They have years and years to audit you, so I would still be careful.
The goldfish. I'm gonna audit my goldfish.
Thanks, Landon.
No. Yeah.
And looking to our community now, yesterday marked 30 years since Reno's most deadly tragedy. That's when 70 people lost their lives when Galaxy Airlines Flight 203 crashed shortly after takeoff. It happened on January 21st, 1985. The commercial charter plane took off from what was then known as Reno Cannon Airport. It was headed towards Minneapolis. The plane never made it. It crashed onto South Virginia Street, southwest of the runway. And that boy there, 17-year-old George Lamson, was the only survivor. Yesterday, the Galaxy Memorial Grove was rededicated at Rancho San Rafael Park, and it includes 70 names of those who passed.
You notice the new plaque is granite because the original one was bronze.
Bronze.
And that was valuable for somebody to melt down, and some lowlife took that plaque.
Stole it last year.
Stole it last year, yeah.
I know. Sheesh.